Okay, hello, Potomac State College students. Welcome to Art History 101. This is fall 2024. So just to let you guys know, at the beginning of every semester, I make a quick little video talking about Blackboard, where to find everything, basically how to get an A in the course, just so that way you guys walk in knowing what to expect. It's kind of like the first day of class if we were meeting in person. So let's jump right into that and go ahead and get to that information. Keep this short and sweet. So these are the course learning objectives. So by the end of the semester, you will accomplish all of these. You will analyze, identify, develop a working knowledge of, and understand a bunch of critical vocabulary. The vocabulary that you're going to learn in this class is really applicable to anything that you would be studying, because a lot of it is the vocabulary about how we see and what we see and adequately describing that. So even though you might be thinking, well, this is like a gen ed course that I really don't need, it's going to improve any way that you improve how you talk about things, especially things that you see and know, is going to make you sound more knowledgeable in your field. So let's go ahead and move on. So I just want to take this moment to talk about this special note. So in this class, we are going to touch on a couple things that might be uncomfortable to some folks. The main one is we're going to see quite a bit of nudity in this course. So we're also going to talk about things like um, religion, maybe a lot of religions that you're not familiar with, things like uh, sexual preferences, war, genocide, potential sort of colonization, one culture kind of dominating another, things of that nature. So we're going to do kind of there's like a history element to this. So we may be touching upon those things, and it may occasionally be slightly uncomfortable, especially for some, the nudity. But I just want to we're in college, we're all adults, we're talking about this in an academic setting. With that being said, any sort of um, like racism or any sort of negative comments about, past cultures or anything like that, they're not going to be tolerated by me, they're not going to be tolerated by Potomac State, WVU, et cetera, et cetera. So we're all going to be adults about this. So there's just a little bit of hard conversations coming our way. All right, so now we're going to get into the boring stuff like the plan. So this course is asynchronous, excuse me, meaning that you attend and consume class information whenever is the best time of day for you. So new assignments, the week kind of runs a Tuesday to a Monday. So at the Monday night, 11:59, 12:01 p.m., there's like a switch over, and old work will disappear and new work will appear for you. The only exceptions are the first week and the last week, and they're noted in the timeline. So this first week, because we begin on a Wednesday, stuff will be due on Monday. But your first assignment is a discussion board where you introduce yourself. So no stress on, oh my gosh, I have to know all this stuff for the first week of class. You're basically introducing yourself. And then we'll go from there. You guys can find this on Blackboard. Let's talk about that now. Oh, okay. So attendance and participation. So in this course, your grade is going to be based upon unit tests, discussions, which are happening weekly. Most weeks there's one, a couple weeks there's two. Some of those are worth 10 points, some of them are worth up to 20. And then there's an essay that you'll write. So these things combined together make your grade. I can't believe I have to say this, but discussions are not optional. They add up to like 2 tests over the course of the semester. So I'm not sure, there was like a concern that maybe other discussions were optional in other classes or something. Um, so anyway, discussions are not optional in this course. And then with that being said, there is that course calendar. And if you know something is going on, please contact me ahead of time so that way we can get you maybe working ahead if you know you're going to be out of town or you're going to be out of contact or something like that. So there's also other in the syllabus, there's more intense information and then course policies through the university, etc. Okay, so your grade, like we just talked about, there's about 7 tests, 1 essay, and then 15 of those discussions that are ranging from 10 to 20. This totals up to about 1,000 points. Now, because some of the discussions are a little bit more or less, or one might drop, the class might only be 985 points, but we're going with somewhere around 1,000 points. That fluctuates. So don't stress that too much if we get to the very end of the semester and you're like, oh, I'm 200, or 20 points off or something like that. So just keep up with all the work that's coming and you're good to go. So, all right. So how are you going to get course information? There's no book for this course, which is awesome. Academic textbooks are often very expensive, so I'm really happy that we don't have to worry about that. So you're going to be using, this is kind of what you should see right now. So there'll be like a start here section right here, which is where this video would be. Then the syllabus and calendar, you're going to want to refer to that syllabus and calendar pretty often, mostly for the course calendar. And then there'll be Unit 1, the basics, and in there will be these video lectures. They're very much like this. They're not perfect, they're not amazing, but they give you this auditory and visual connection, which I think most people, myself included, learn better than just sitting down with a textbook and having to read. Under that will be the discussion section. This is where all the discussions will be. We'll talk about that in just a little bit. So here are also, I have 2 emails through the school. You can email me at either one. And don't hesitate to email me at any time if you have questions about anything. I would love to hear your art history questions, especially. There. So in that discussion section, all right, which is right here. So you'll see as of right now, at this moment when class starts, you'll see this getting to know you discussion, right? So it's going to be due August 26th, which is Monday, right? And then underneath there, you'll see the Unit 1 discussions, which I believe are already open, so that you can see them. So you need to check the course calendar to make sure when things are due. Oftentimes there's a little due date down here, right? But you definitely, that course calendar is it tells you exactly when everything becomes available, when it's due. It's the whole semester planned out for us. So, all right. So the first one, I changed that. The first discussion is going to be getting to know you. So I want to know who you are, what you study or plan to study, when and where you would go if you had a time machine, and then why you would go there. And then just for fun, how do you get your caffeine? Are you coffee, tea, soda, that kind of stuff? So this will be due August 26th, which is Monday, not January 15th. That didn't save. So I'm going to go ahead and take this opportunity to introduce myself. My name is Lacey Miller. I am your professor. In the emails and whatnot, it says Shambaugh. That was my maiden name when I attended WVU back in the day. So what do you study or plan to study? I went to West Virginia University for my undergraduate degree, and then I went to Clemson University for my master's. I studied art history and specifically visual arts with a concentration in ceramics at both. So when and where in time would I go if I had a time machine? Before I answer this question, I just want to say there is a history element to this class. So go ahead and give this 30, a couple, just a little bit of your thought. Don't be that kid that's too cool for school. Like, I just go surfing and the ocean's always there, so it doesn't matter when in time. Don't be that guy. Go ahead and think about, is there a place and a time in history that you would like to see and why, right? Why would you want to go there? Would you want to go to ancient Rome? Because we're going to talk about that in this class. Would you want to go somewhere else? And I'm interested to know because we're probably, hopefully, going to touch on a lot of the things that you guys are interested in. So, and then last but not least, I'm a coffee drinker in the mornings with cream, no sugar. If you're not a caffeine person, don't start because you'll never be able to get rid of it. All right, and that's due August 26th again. Okay, that was my introduction slide. Anyway, there's all that information that I just said out loud. All right, moving on, guys. All right, so there it is. There's the August 26th date where I fixed it. So if you guys have any questions, don't hesitate to email me. So email me, get that first discussion done, needs to be done, and then go ahead and you can start watching the videos for Unit 1, which is really of a very vocabulary-based unit, and then we'll start going chronologically. Unit 1 is one of my favorites to teach, so I hope you guys enjoy it. All right, thank you, thank you.